We're Michelle, Max, Brandon, and Inhe, KAC's 2023 cohort of summer interns. All of us applied to this internship with a shared passion for community advocacy and wanted to do something impactful in response to the rise in anti-Asian hate.
Between the years of 2021 and 2022, a staggering 11,500 anti-Asian hate incidents were reported in the US.
A shocking 49%, nearly half, of the Asian American and Pacific Islander population in the US has reported experiencing discrimination or unfair treatment during that time.
But in this video, we wanted to focus on the other side of that story and highlight the ways in which we've remained resilient in the face of challenges and proudly came to call this place our home.
One notable place of focus is Koreatown, Los Angeles, which boasts a population of over 200,000 ethnically Korean residents, the largest in the nation.
Koreatown was officially recognized as its own area by Los Angeles County in 1980. And as the Korean American community grew, so did our need for political representation and cultural recognition.
The Korean American Coalition, established in 1983, was one of the organizations that were created in response to these needs.
Through our time at KAC, we quickly realized that despite growing up here, none of us actually knew much about the depths of Koreatown's history. And after some research, we discovered there was so much rich history just waiting to be uncovered.
In that spirit, today we'll be taking you on an educational walking tour of our hand-picked significant spots in Koreatown. Let's go!
It feels fitting to start this walking tour of Koreatown with the man who started it all, Tosan Anchangho. An and his wife, Helen Haeryeon Lee, were one of the first Koreans to immigrate to the United States in 1902. One of the legacy freedom fighters for Korea's independence against Japanese imperialism, he was also one of the early leaders of the Korean American community in the United States. In fact, he's often referred to as the founding father of the first Koreatown in the United States. In order to honor Tosan Anchangho, Congress built a post office that once stood on Harvard and 6th. Unfortunately, the original USPS office had to close down, but its once existence still serves as a reminder of An's remarkable legacy and his pivotal role in the very beginning roots of the Korean American community here.
Next stop on our tour is Radio Korea, radio station and now multimedia platform for Korean American news and entertainment, whose history traces all the way back to 1952. One such incident is the LA riots of 1992, also known as Haiku, in which civil unrest erupted after the acquittal of officers involved in Rodney King's beating. Rioting, looting, homicide, and arson broke out with Koreatown as the focal point, with nearly 50% of all property damage targeting Korean-owned stores. When communication and call lines to the police were cut, Radio Korea recognized the urgency of the situation and established itself as a call center for the community. Amid this devastation, Radio Korea played a pivotal role in supporting the community's recovery. Thanks to the strength and resilience of our community, we made a remarkable recovery over the decades where we not only rebuilt, but came back stronger.
Our next stop is a location that reminds us of just that. Right at the intersection of Wilshire and Western, you'll find the Alfred Hoyun-song Metro Station, the fourth public institution in the US to be named after a Korean American. Song was a Korean American lawyer and politician who served on the California State Senate and was also the first Asian American to be sworn into the California State Assembly. The Wilshire Western Metro Station is one of the key transportation hubs in Koreatown, so it's an honor that such an iconic station was named after a Korean American.
Now, let's turn our attention to our final location, one of great symbolic significance for the Koreatown community. Taeuljeong, also known as the Korean Pavilion Garden, was built in January 2006 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Korean immigration to the United States. Its name translates to harmonious gathering place and represents peace and unity within our community. To build this 5,000 square foot pavilion, skilled craftsmen from South Korea were employed, using traditional Korean architectural techniques without the use of any nails or screws. Taeuljeong is an intimate piece of our Korean roots that has been planted in Koreatown, symbolizing our long history here.
Thanks for coming on that walking tour with us. We've now briefly discussed the history, culture, and the incredible people that make up Koreatown, but our work doesn't stop here.
One critically important thing you can do as a citizen is to vote. Vote at every election, not just the presidential elections, but every single one. It's not just a civic duty, but a celebration of our values and principles.
Show your support for political candidates who stand up for our community, regardless of your political party affiliation. Remember, while representation matters, the actual actions of those representatives play a higher card.
Giving back is crucial. You can share your talents and time by volunteering with nonprofits that support our community and stand against hate, or you can support them through donations, or do both. This way, they can continue doing the important work that strengthens our community and you get to be a part of it.
Knowing our roots and reflecting on our history and journey as Korean Americans, but also on a larger scale as Asian Americans, can empower us with the confidence to say that this is our home and we belong here. This is our community, and together we'll protect and nurture it.
Let's break down the barriers of otherness. We belong to this resilient community, and it's our responsibility to take care of one another.
Together we stand united against hate.